Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to do a reading all about the partial solar eclipse that's happening on the 21st of September, which is this upcoming Sunday, if you are in the western part of the world. Okay, we are going to do a collective read just to see what this energy, the energy of the solar eclipse may be bringing into us. One of the things I'm already hearing is protection, divine love as well. I'm hearing that clearly in my head right now, that may be some things that may happen for those of us in the collective who's looking to understand what energy this may be. We'll get into it right as we get more into reading, but that came to me, so I wanted to put that out there. Now, before we get started, it is helpful if you are looking for something specific or you want to know that you are in the right reading or if the message is meant for you. It is helpful that you set the intentions with your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, just to make sure that they give you a sign, right? To ask for a sign of something that may be confirmation or clarification that you are listening to the message that is meant for you. Sometimes I use numbers, I use colors. My biggest one is like a purple rose, just an example. And then another thing that I like to do, if you are looking to be more grounded and hear the messages from spirit, not with your physical ears, but with your spiritual ears, it is helpful that you ground your energy. And some of the ways I like to do this is by going outside and putting my feet in the grass, just grounding myself to Mother Gaia's energy, and or taking 3 mindful deep breaths. So you want to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. This just helps you calm down your nervous system and help you be more in tune with the occult, so to speak, or the spiritual messages that are coming through for you. Okay, so if you are ready, get your tea, your beer, your coffee, your wine, whatever it is that floats your boat, and we will get started. Okay, let's pull some of these divine abundance cards first, and let's see what energy is around the partial solar eclipse for us. Okay, Spirit, any messages for us from the divine abundance card? Okay, we have one. We have flow. It says, allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Ooh, okay, so there may be some things that might start to happen. I'm getting 2 things with this card. There may be some things that might start to happen that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. There may also be something that happens in the news after or during the solar eclipse that might scare people. Spirit is saying to ask your ancestors, your spirit guides, your highest self, the divine, to help you go with the flow. And then we have expansiveness. It says eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So for some of you, this may be a time for spiritual expansion for you. For some of you, this solar eclipse is coming in to expand your business. I know a lot of people say not to manifest during this solar eclipse, but it may be a good time for you. If you feel called to do it, I would definitely say to absolutely manifest during the solar eclipse if you feel called or comfortable to do so. Okay. The other message, and I forgot to say, the other message that I'm getting with this flow card, you may start to see the color blue. For some of you, your throat chakra could be getting activated where you feel more comfortable speaking your truth. You may, gotta get this card off the floor. Oh, there's another one on the floor. You may find yourself more willing to speak your truth. For others of you, this could also be about you dreaming about water. You may dream about like a flood, I'm hearing. So just keep a lookout for that. And then we have faith. It says, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagined. So the message about manifestation, to me, kind of coincides with this faith card. Spirit is asking you to have faith in the things that you manifest, regardless of when you manifest them. I know, first, like I said, for some people, it's like, they don't feel comfortable with manifesting during the solar eclipse. But Spirit is saying, if you feel called to do so, then absolutely do so. Now, this card was on the floor, so I'm going to show it to you. It said, invite help. It says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. So I'm going to leave that one out on the deck because that may be a message for someone here that you may be feeling helpless. You may feel like you don't really know where you're going, or feel like the things that you want to do, they're not really manifesting the way you prefer. And Spirit is saying to invite help into your life. For some of you, I'm getting like a very distinct feeling where it's like it's not really, because when I say this, I don't want you to panic. Like, you just want it to be over. And I think it's not so much that you want your life in itself to be over, but you want the illusion to fall away. And Spirit is saying, if you invite help in, it will. Your bottom deck energy is intuition. It says each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. So for some of you, there's a expansion in your intuition. It's going to be growing to a higher level. You may find yourself a little bit more sensitive after this partial solar eclipse. There may be during the partial solar eclipse, you may start to feel things that you can tell is not your particular energy. The one thing I will say is to protect yourself. Make sure that you are grounding your energy. And then look at this. Underneath that, we had divine love, which is what I talked about. It says, when you offer everything to divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. So for some of you, that message about you just wanting it to be over, inviting help into your life, Spirit is saying that there is divine, I'm hearing the word retribution. And for some of you, you're just tired of living the life that you're currently living. You want it to be over. You want to fully fall into the hands of Spirit. And for some reason, during this partial solar eclipse, you'll absolutely be able to do that. I will say that it keeps coming through. Protect your energy during this partial solar eclipse. If, part of the way you do that is by wearing a head covering or making sure that you are doing a sound bath or you are cleansing yourself, I would absolutely say to do that. If you feel called, I'm seeing like a recipe sort of with salt, eggshells, and cayenne pepper. If you feel called to and you feel comfortable with that, make sure that you make that mixture, pray over it, and put it around your home. There's definitely some shifting that's going to be happening during this partial solar eclipse, and Spirit is coming through to say absolutely protect your energy. Okay, we're gonna pull some cards from the Dream Ritual deck just to see, Spirit, any other messages that we need to hear in regards to this solar release. Okay, for some of you, you're gonna be releasing some things, and I think, yeah, for some of you, you really are tired of the matrix or the illusion, and you're going to get the chance to release that. You're going to really get the chance to fall into the arms of Spirit. I do want to warn you, it will absolutely feel like spiritual warfare, okay? You may find, and I don't want to freak you out, but a lot of times when we fully release to Spirit, we have to release the quote unquote things that we're comfortable with, right? Because they are part of the matrix, right? So understand that there may be some fear in the beginning, but just keep persevering, keep pushing through. It will definitely be beneficial to you in the end. Any other messages around this partial solar eclipse for us, Spirit? Soul. Some of you are going through a soul awakening. I'm hearing soul ties. So for some of you, you are either finding a soul tie or you're releasing a soul tie. For some of you, Spirit is absolutely telling you to manifest because there is a journal and a pen here. For some of you, Spirit is asking you to write down the desires of your soul, because sometimes the desire of the flesh, I noticed the desire of the flesh and the desire of the soul is very different, right? Your flesh may desire to live in a big house and have a big car, a really nice car, and have millions of dollars in your bank account, but your soul may actually desire peace and love and reclamation and reparations from your ancestors, right? So make sure that you're writing down the true desires of your soul, not of your flesh. Okay, let's get one more card and a bottom deck energy, please, Spirit. Any additional messages, higher self, that we need to hear about this partial solar eclipse? Anything we need to keep in mind? Anything we need to keep in mind? Okay, we have create. Okay, so for some of you, this may be a time to create. This, you may also, I'm hearing, come out on the other side of this partial solar eclipse with ideas. But also, it's not just ideas that I'm feeling. It's like you're going to come out on the other side with ideas, but the willingness and the energy to create, right? You're going to be motivated. That's the word I'm looking for. You're going to be motivated to create. Bottom deck energy is patience. Spirit is saying have patience with yourself. And I'm noticing this water here. Something about water may be very significant for you. I'm hearing like a shower during the partial solar eclipse. Because if you look at this card and the moon here, even though it's supposed to be a crescent moon, it kind of reminds me of a partial solar eclipse. So maybe some of you during the partial, when it's actually happening, you might want to stand into the shower and release the old and bring in the new. I'm hearing, yeah, because you got release here. You may want to release the old and bring in the new. Okay. Let's get you some cards from this deck. Spirit, can we get one card and then bottom deck energy? Anything we need to know about this partial solar eclipse that's happening on Sunday, the 21st. I'm going to show you this one, but I'm going to keep shuffling. We have sun, energy, healing, happiness, comfort, and joy. It fell out with 3 other cards, so I'm going to keep shuffling, okay? Can we get one card, please, higher self and spirit? For some of you, your higher self is definitely calling out to you. From the great beyond is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that was in a... I feel like I've heard that in a movie somewhere. Then we have pine tree, vitality, longevity, perseverance. Yeah, I talked about perseverance as well. There is... You may start to see things in 3s as well. The number 333 may be showing up a lot for you. I'm also getting that there is a longevity to your spirit, right? So what I'm thinking, or at least what this feels like, is that what you have, maybe even a gift, like, because we talked about expansion in your intuition. During this partial solar eclipse, there may be something that has been passed down through your bloodline that might awaken within you. Don't be afraid of this, right? It is being divinely guided. It is happening in the exact time it's supposed to happen. But your spirit guides are definitely, and your ancestors as well, are coming through to say that you persevered in moving forward, even when it was scary, even when you didn't feel like you knew what you were doing, you kept going, right? Because there's something in you that is calling to that place in you, and it's calling to the energy of the ancestors in your bloodline, okay? So don't be surprised if you start seeing things in the form of 3s. Also, I'm getting that there may be something really powerful that may happen in the form of 3s. This could be in your personal life. This could be in the news. But there is something about, I'm hearing the power of 3. You may even like the movie Charmed, or not the movie, but the series Charmed. It may be something that you're interested in. That may be maybe something you might want to look into as well. Bottom deck energy is cup of tea, patience, reassessments. So you got patient twice. So this is telling me that there is something coming, and your ancestors and your spirit guides want you to be patient about whatever this is. It is meant for your highest good. And it's crazy because patient was your bottom deck energy for this deck, and then it's your bottom deck energy for this deck. So there's a lot of patience, a lot of calmness that needs to be around you. I'm hearing the I think it was on TikTok, wait, they don't love you like I love you. For some of you, spirit is saying that there's something you want to move forward with, but they're asking you to wait, right? During this solar eclipse, ground yourself, be one with yourself, and be patient. Right? Be patient with the things that are happening for you, the things that are coming into your life. Slow yourself down. Like that's the energy that I'm getting. Just slow yourself down, calm yourself down. Okay. Let's see if there's any money messages in regards to this solar eclipse. Any money messages that we need to hear, spirit? Okay, that flew out. We have writer. Yep, look, we got the journal and the pen here. It says words are powerful. Use them to manifest your abundance. For some of you in here, you have been thinking about manifesting during this partial solar eclipse. Spirit is saying to write your manifestations down. Something about you writing it is going to be powerful. It says consider careers like blogger, content writer, or book author in creative writing. Your words have the power to influence and share your gifts with the world. So for some of you that are actually actively writing a book, this is a message for you to continue. This is a message for you to keep going, because there may even be, and I think I mentioned this, you may come out on the other side with a very creative idea and the motivation to keep going. For some of you, this is about your writing career. This is about something that you're interested in doing that has a lot to do with writing. Spirit is saying that on the other side, or maybe even during this partial solar eclipse, you may get some ideas. You may feel really inspired, and you may, for some of you, this feels like you're going to write a book in a night, or you may write a book in the next month or so. Okay, let's get one of the card in bottom deck energy, please. Ooh, we have the past. Wow, didn't I talk about the ancestor bloodline? It says something from the past is returning, maybe an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future, a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. Money can be coming your way from something you did in the past. So for some of you, we talked about you being a writer. Maybe what's also coming from the past is maybe something you written a while back, and now it's kind of resurfacing. You're going to rewrite it, or pick that back up. For others of you, this past is talking about what I was feeling with the bloodline, right? That energy, that the gift that's coming through you, that's something from the past that's been passed down through your bloodline. So for you to get the past, this is just confirmation to me from spirit that this is absolutely coming. Then we have peacemaker. It says you are being urged to apply diplomacy and tact in difficult situations. Consider careers in politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or peacemaking. Adapt a win-win attitude when negotiating business deals. So I'm hearing that you may already be the peacemaker in your family. For some of you, you've always been the peacemaker in your family, and I'm hearing that some people take this for granted, right? They take your peacemaking abilities for granted, and spirit is asking you to still, and I think that's why you got patience as well. Be patient with these people that you're having to make peace with, right? When you're in a situation, there may be some things that happen in the next week or so where it causes you to kind of want to blow up a little bit, and spirit is saying have patience, apply that energy that's within you, that is like that diplomacy energy. For some of you, this is about politics. It may absolutely, and I don't like to get into politics, but there may absolutely be something that happens in the news where you're going to have to calm yourself down, right? You may be like the voice of reason in your family around this time, where you're going to have to pull people back from the brink, okay? Let's get you a couple of cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. Let's just see, because I always use these for general messages. Okay, we have Dagger. It says fears, worries, 10 situations. What did I say? Something may absolutely happen where you're going to have to be the voice of reason, right? You're going to have to, because it may even be that you're the only spiritual person in your family or in your friend group, and like from a spiritual perspective what is happening. Spirit is saying that it's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to come out, or things that will happen that you're going to have to be the voice of reason. Okay. Then we have Jug. It said lighthearted, carefree time. Yes. So for some of you, that's what you're going to have to put, that lightheartedness into this situation, or in with your friends, because for some of you, you've been sensing that things are about to change. For some of you, your intuition is growing, but this gift that you're getting from your ancestors is going to show you, I'm hearing like the future. So I don't know if you're going to get if your psychic abilities are going to grow, or if you'll be able to commune with those who've passed on, mediumship abilities. But it's something about this thing that you're getting is going to allow you to be more carefree, right? Because you can see beyond just what's right in front of you. Okay. Then we have Fox. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Be careful with your money. I'm hearing be careful for people around you, because you got wealth. Be careful of people around you who want to take advantage of you, who want to have what you have. Okay, we have table, hard work ahead. Yep. For some of you, I'm hearing that this gift that you're getting is going to require you to do a whole lot of hard work. I don't want to say a whole lot, but there is some hard work involved where you're going to have to let go and give up some things and have faith and know that things are going to be okay. Then we have Cat, a two-faced friend. Be careful of people around you who are two-faced, who do not mean you well. Okay, let's get one more card. Oh, that was a lot. Look at this. All these cards came out, but success came out right side up. I'm going to leave that out here. To me, that is spirits coming through to saying that success is definitely around you. Then we have archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. For some of you, this is about your spiritual abilities going to be completely opening up to something new. I want to get one more card from this manifestation deck, but there's definitely some success coming to you very, very soon. A lot of new opportunities, a lot of doors may open up after this partial solar eclipse. Okay, let's get 2 cards. Spirit, can we get one card in bottom deck energy, please? Find yourself any messages around this partial solar eclipse that's happening on Sunday, September 21st. We have beacon of truth. Pause and tune into your inner guidance before taking action. I choose what's right. Look at that. For some of you, and I think I talked about this, like the peacemaker, right? For some of you, and I know I also talked about your throat chakra may be activated. For some of you, you're going to be speaking truth that you probably never would have spoken before this solar eclipse. Just maybe you're the type of person who's you're a people pleaser, so you don't really speak the truth for fear of it hurting people, but that is all about to change. And then we have mystic circle. It says connect with ancestral wisdom and have patience on the journey. I am grounded in my path. The fact that this connect with ancestral wisdom is coming out, it is just reiterating that energy that I felt about you getting something that has been passed down through your bloodline. Your ancestors are coming through in this reading to say to connect with us. There's a lot of wisdom. There is a lot of inner peace. There is a lot of things that they want to pass down to you that is rightfully yours. That's what I'm hearing. Something that they want to give you is rightfully yours. And during this solar eclipse, they will have the chance and opportunity to give it to you, but you have to tap into and connect with your ancestors. Okay, so collective, this is all of the message that I have for us. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this message and getting all the way to the end. And I will see you next time in our next one. Bye.